Hello. I seriously don't know why it's always such chaos when I'm about to do my live. It's that thing where I think I can do a million things in 2 minutes, and then the 2 minutes are over and I'm like, what? I'm out of time? How is that even possible? Thank you so much for joining me early tonight. I actually have to continue cat sitting my daughter's cat, and so I've got to make it back to Toronto. So I thought I would have to start just a smidge early. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I know we're getting very close to Christmas and being, hi Margot, and being so swamped with things to do. I hope you can find this as just a little relaxing time to take a deep breath, enjoy some fabrics. Hi Nancy. Oh, hi Roberta, look at you guys all popping in. So yeah, just sit back. If you have some popcorn or a cup of tea, we'll just hang out together. I'll give you something to think about besides all the things you have to do. And we can have some fun. So I think we've pretty much got all the Wabisabi done. I thought I saw some kimono sleeve tops that were left, but otherwise I feel like we should be good. And there is another shipment coming in from India, but it's been a little delayed. And then, hi, hi Gord. So it's a little delayed. And then I said to them, don't even bother shipping at this point. We're too close to Christmas. The chances of it getting lost are huge. So we probably should have that new shipment sometime in the new year. In the meantime, we have so many waterfall tops. I know a lot of you have been waiting for the waterfall tops to hit the Wabisabi rack, and that's it, they're there. If you want to see everything really quickly, I created a link. So, because I find that it's easier for everybody, then you can know exactly which pieces I'm talking about. So if you happen to go to our website, and you go to the side menu where you hit menu and then the whole black long list pops up. Closer to the bottom, there's one that says sale. And right underneath that, like when you open that up, you should see something that says Snow Day Wabisabi collection. That's what I called it, Snow Day Wabisabi collection. So that is this whole collection here. I'm going to show you guys. This whole collection here, which I added yesterday during the snow day. So I always like to start with one of my favorites. So this one here that I'm wearing, I love it. I love the colors. I love the jewel tone blues and greens, the emerald green. I really like the blue and the green together. I love that it has white and black, which makes it multi-seasonal. And for those of you who've been following along, we had an event here last Sunday, and it was to raise money for Body Brave, which is an organization that helps support people who are needing counseling and aren't able to get support through OHIP yet, because I believe there's a 2-year waiting list for some eating disorders. So we're starting to raise some money for them, and I think that's going to be something we continue into the new year. And why do I digress like that? Because some of the ladies who came here on Sunday, it seemed like the top of choice last Sunday was the waterfall top. And I was surprised because the ladies who bought them, they were all different body shapes and different heights. And yet this same top looked great on everybody. And that's kind of reassuring for me too, because this is one of the styles that we just created this year. So, to see that it really does work on all body types was great. So what I just did is I flipped it around. Now the first time I wore it with the V to the front. This time I'm wearing it the round neck to the front. And as you know, this top it can be worn either way. So the nice thing about this top is it's quite generous through here. So there's definitely a lot of room for your bust, but there's also a lot of room for your hips because there's slits here. So even if your hips were larger, even if your hips are where you carry it, there's enough room for your hips there, but then you get this slimming kind of triangular line down the front. And what I like is that you can reach your pockets. The other thing I like about it is, for me, I love the length at the back. I love that it covers my bum and that, especially if I want to wear it with leggings or boots. But I don't know that I would always want it this long at the front. It's a great option, but I don't know, like I said, if that's always something I want. So because the fabric is so thin, because it's silk, you can always just grab a little chunk down here and tuck it in and kind of blouse it out. And you end up with a bit more of a blousy look at the front and then something that covers everything at the back. And I find that that's really handy, just because, and I like how that you can pull this out and kind of drop it down a bit too. So it gives you a little bit more variety in how you can wear things. So I did bring my glasses. Hopefully I can read you the names, but what I'll try to do is what I did last time and read you the numbers because it's so much easier to find them that way. So this one, so again, it's part of our Wabisabi collection. So that means that it's 40% off and it has some flaws. And if you go onto our website and you click on the product, what you're gonna see, usually it's the last picture, is a video. And it's a video of one of us kind of showing all the flaws in the product so that it doesn't come as a surprise to you. But generally speaking, like, honestly, I just wore this one front and back and I didn't see any of the flaws. But what you would go online and find out is that there's some minor thread pulls, there's some patches, and there's some places where the green color has bled into other colors. But oftentimes that just looks like oh, maybe right there? Really hard to tell though. So the name of this one, which is so cute, I'll tell you the PRG code, is PRG, which means Pure Georgette, 2388. And I think I'm going to start by showing you all of these waterfall tops because I know people have been waiting for them. If things are a little tight right now financially, which I expect they are for everybody, we still have Sezzle installed. If it's not showing up, let me know because I think for a while there it did get disconnected and then I had to reconnect it. And so, yeah, there we go. So it should be good to go now. And what Sezzle does is it lets you pay in 4 installments. And I think that's kind of handy right now. Okay, next one. Oh, also love this one. Look at that feather design there. Or leaf. Feather? Leaf. Leaf or feather design. And it's on the front and on the back. These colors always sell really well, the gray, black, and red combination. So this color back here is kind of like a buff or a really pale grade pink. And then on this side, it looks like we have some brown. Kind of neat. So there's some brown there. Ooh, I like the black right there too. So grays, you know, I think that feather pattern is going to be really flattering on. Yeah, especially if you wear it this way. So if you wear it round neck to the front, oh look, it's got little sparkles. So that's the new patching style that we've got on some of our pieces. Just a little bit of glitter there. So here we go. It is a really easy style to wear. Very comfortable. Just throw it on top of anything. So I'm wearing it with a long sleeve top, which is helpful. What do we have here? James North Yoga. Well, hello, James North Yoga. Nice to see you. For those of you who don't know, James North is a great community. And if you do make your way down to our store, there's a highlight on our Instagram page that says, I think it says James North. I think that's what we called it. And it's just a link that takes you to all of the different stores, things that we've shared. But there's also an On James North website and Instagram account where Shefali and Mira actually highlight some of the really cool things to do down here. So if you're not familiar with Hamilton, or part of you is a little afraid of Hamilton still, you don't need to be. This is an incredible neighborhood full of kind, artsy, community-minded people, and it's a real treat to come down. And now, like literally a 5-minute walk away is the GO train station from Toronto. So if you're thinking, oh, but how will I get down there? How will I deal with parking? Just take the train. And if you end up buying a lot of stuff and you need somewhere to store it for a little while, just drop it off here. We'll watch it for you. Okay, so this one here is called, I'm just gonna give you the PRG. This one is called PRG 2345. Oh, another one with the reds and blacks. So reds, blacks, and browns, and I'm hearing that this brown color is really coming in as a neutral again, which kind of makes sense because when you think about it, all things from the 70s are coming back in, and brown is definitely a 70s color. Really nice floral patterns here with the leaves. I like how it's split down the side, so, and I think this is on both sides, so you get the all red and the all brown, and again, red and brown, and every single waterfall top at some point had a matching cardigan. So you can check the cardigan section and see, sometimes they sell separately and then they'll already be gone, but if you're hoping that there is a cardigan, the fastest way to find out if there is one, so let's say you were in love with this and you're like, oh, wonder if it has a cardigan. just go into our search bar and type in PRG2400, and everything that's made out of this sari should pop up. And it'll be no more than 3 or 4 pieces, because we can usually only make generally 2 to 4 pieces out of any sari. So that's a really quick way to see if there's a matching set. Ooh, look at this one. I love the diagonal stripe. That is definitely a win for me. The diagonal stripe is in the front and the back. It is a sky blue, a gorgeous purple, and you can see how the colors bleed into each other there. And then on this side, you have a lighter lavender color. You've got that great purple, and you've got more of a floral pattern as opposed to the geometric. This would look good with black. It would look good with white. I think it's one of those standalone statement pieces though, and then you just want to hit it with some, I always do this. I get here and then I'm like, you just want to hit it with some great jewelry, and then I look around and I realize the jewelry is way over there. So do have a look. I'm sure we have something that would be amazing with this. The name of this one is PRG2406. Oh, this one's nice too. You know, I do love me this top a lot, actually, this cut. And I really like how, so the way that it works is when we make the cardigans, we have to cut the pieces at a funny angle. And then what we're left with is this little flared piece here. And so making these tops out of it has been just so perfect, because it lets us use up almost all of the fabric. But what's fun about it is because we're cutting together 2 sides, we end up with this really cool kind of like half and half thing going on, and in some of them what you'll see is a line going down the middle. So this one here, really fun colors, reds, blacks, greens, on a very, very pale buff color. Like, it's not even buff, it's a very pale taupe with pinky undertones. And then here you've got, I think the colors are coming out quite true, navies, camels, some green with polka dots, love it, and then there's some more of the stripe there. This one here is PRC. The C stands for crepe, which means it's not see-through, so you don't have to wear anything underneath it. The G is Georgette, the C is crepe. PRC 2452. And they're regular $115, but when they're in the Wabisabi collection, they're 40% off, so they're $69. Also cute. Ooh, this one's gonna go fast. Okay, so this one, for those people who like a good neutral, super soft. It is a faux silk, so that's what the issue is with it here. And for those of you who follow along regularly, you know that we work in silk, but every once in a while, because we're getting these fabrics from India, and we do have people who just go like this and feel it, there's this new type of silk that they've got in India called Malai silk or cream silk. And even in India, people think it's real silk, because when you're looking at a secondhand fabric and you're trying to determine what it's actually made out of, there's a burn test that we use. And most of those fabrics that feel like silk that aren't silk are actually polyester. And so when you burn them, they bubble up like plastic would. But silk forms ashes. And so this piece here, when they did the burn test, you got ashes. And what we eventually discovered was that this is made out of a reconstituted cellulose fiber. Hi, Pauline. A reconstituted cellulose fiber. So it is breathable. It is a natural fiber. It's just not silk. But it's super soft. Like, it fooled everybody. It fooled everybody in India too. The only way that we can tell the difference is when you touch silk, it's basically room temperature. And when you touch this, it's ever so slightly cooler than room temperature. And other than that, you'd never know. And I think if you're not really familiar with silk, you would never know. Okay, this one is also gonna go fast. These colors always do. Hi, Pauline. So we have different shades of pale blue. I would say that it is more of a true blue. It is not a teal. It's not a Tiffany blue. It's a blue. Is it a Tiffany blue? I'm gonna say it's way more blue than it is green, and it's more blue than it is teal. But I think you could mix it with teal and get away with it just because it has all these little undertones in it, like these tone-on-tone patterns. And then other than that, it's just black. I think this piece would be really great on, and so easy to pair summer and winter. Because the blue colors would be great in the summer or winter, but the black definitely lets you pair it in the winter. So there you go. Just such an easy style. Maybe you could just do half, like a tuck. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, it's such an easy style to wear. Definitely something you just throw on over top and it would be flattering. The tunics are like that too, the caftan ones, but they are not shaped. Like the caftan ones are definitely boxy, whereas these ones definitely taper in so that they give you more of that angular look. Oh, this next one, the blues are magnificent. That's a really pretty one. So you can see it's ultramarine blue, and then we have sky blue, this is not teal, and black. So those are your three colors in there. And I'm gonna try this one on too. Well, if I didn't tell you the names, whoopsie. Okay, this one here is PRG 2375. This one here is PRC 2424. Okay, so this one here. So I haven't tried on one that's crepe silk for you, and I just want to show you the difference. So the crepe silk, again, is not sheer. So if you were looking for something where you don't really want to have to worry about layering it, this is what a crepe silk, now I wore it round neck to the front, would look like. And so if you're trying to decide what you would have to wear underneath, so for me, if I raise my arm, that slit does go quite high. So I kind of feel like you're going to have to wear something. Yeah. So in this case, with most of our styles, if you wear the crepe, you don't have to worry about wearing anything underneath. With this, I think if you plan on raising your arm, there's going to be an opening. So maybe a camisole or something underneath, or just go nuts and raise your arm. Let them see everything, because really, life is short. Okay, the name of this one is PRC 2453. We actually have a lot of blues this time, so let me show you some more. Here's another one. It's got lots of little sparkles on it. The silk on this is spectacular. Double check here. Yeah, so this one is a real silk, and it's really, really fluid. Very, very buttery soft, and you can kind of see, you can hear it. I love it when you can hear the silk. There you go. I was watching that Netflix show called Explained. Oh, this one is PRC 2426. And they were talking about how something in the world wasn't created until silk was found in China. And up until that point, there was this whole thing that didn't exist. And that's what made the Silk Road get started. And I remember what I thought was parachutes, but it's definitely not parachutes because it was way prior to that. Now I'm going to have to stop and think. If anybody else, I watched it a lot yesterday. If anybody knows, just let me know. Look at this one with these fun colors, and the silk on this one is so nice. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. It is a crepe silk, but it's just a little bit thinner. Cause see, like, I don't know if you guys can see my fingers through it. There. But just such a fun, probably from the 90s, maybe the 80s, with those bright pinks and greens. I don't know. Really cute though. And this is what I was talking about, how sometimes you get that one stripe down the front. Okay, this one here is PRC 2441. You know, as I was binge watching Explained yesterday, and they were so interesting, one show after another, and like I think I watched a season and a half, and I was watching and I was like, this is some of the most interesting stuff I've seen in a long time. And I remember thinking to myself, am I going to remember any of this information tomorrow? Because there was just so much coming at me with no time to process. Probably going to have to watch it again. That's why you need to take notes. If I had taken notes, I'd remember. Now, what's fun about this one is it has this satin kind of piece right down here, and then the fabric on either side has silver thread through it. And it's a little off center on the hanger. But once it's centered, there, it sits like that. There. And the colors on this, I see, like when I'm standing back here, I think it just looks like various shades of pink. But what's cool about it is a pink background like a bluey pink background with a darker pink and then orange, which is probably not something you expected. And I love that strip down the front. So this one here is PRG 2383. This is another really nice one. Again, really soft silk. This one is a Georgette. Colors are coming out very true. And then it's got this kind of folk art pattern down here at the bottom. And I want to say it's a mix of blue and teal. So this here is teal. This is teal. This is ultramarine blue. And in here we have ultramarine blue, but there's also a sky blue. I don't know where I can show you the sky blue. I think the sky blue kind of ombres in from the ultramarine blue. Like right there where you see a bit of an ombre, there's a bit of a sky blue in the background. And then it's paired with the teal and the red and the orange, and it's super fun. Okay, this one is PRG 2414. Hi, Sandy. Sandy has been such an inspiration. I'm chatting with Sandy Reynolds, who just popped on. And I just want to say that Sandy has been such an inspiration since we chatted the other day on our Playing by Your Own Rules segment, which I'm going to be doing again with Sarah Bernhardt from Fruit Salad Hamilton on Monday. We got rescheduled. But back to Sandy. So Sandy has reached out to me, and we've been chatting back and forth about being entrepreneurs and trying to create something, and creating a community around people who are at our stage of life and trying to do something and kind of find new pathways. And it's just been wonderful, the community that we have here at Sorry Not Sorry. It's like, it's just one incredible, inspiring person after another. Inspiration for me too, Sandy. Yeah, honestly, I feel so inspired. Like even when Jacqueline was here with us doing the try-on last Wednesday, and she was saying how she gotten herself out the door every morning and just walked for 5 kilometers, and you can do it. That is a thing that people do, and it is a unique community. Sandy, you're absolutely right. People don't realize how great Hamilton is. But yeah, like you see somebody who's actually doing it and you're like, yeah, I could be that person. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I hope that, through some of these things where I get to introduce you to some of the people I meet, that you also get a sense of these are people who are just like you. These are people who share the same values as you, who are interested in bigger things and interesting things and expressing themselves. And I get to meet them all. And I'm really hoping that you guys get to meet each other a little bit, and that hopefully some connections will get made. Because I really feel like if you're open to those connections being made, somehow they just happen, and they lead to really interesting places. So here you go. Here's another one. So this one I think again will sell very quickly. It's just great shades of indigo, black, and white. Love the little stripes that are offset on this side. This one's super cute. That would be so easy to work into your wardrobe. In fact, I would wear it this way in the winter with just a black cardigan over it. It would be so cute. Okay, so this one here is, hi Heath. This one here is PRG 2396. And actually, I was, like everyone else, I was watching the Meghan and Harry special. That was another thing I binge watched. I don't know when the last time I watched that much TV was. But I was thinking, for those of you, I may spoil it a little bit. There's a bit of a spoiler alert here. So at one point, Meghan and Harry need to find a place to live. And this person had reached out to Meghan earlier when she first got married and just, sent her a note saying, hey, if you've been watching it, you just finished it. Yeah, just hit like so I'll know how many people here have actually watched it. So he sends out this letter to her, just, hey, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of what you're going through. And that's it. And then years later, when she's in a really bad place, she reaches out to him and he helps her and Harry out. And, you know, as I watched that part, it made me think, you know, sometimes people are destined to be connected. And like, I don't want to sound all woo-woo, but I feel like what made him write that note? Something in his life, right? So he talks about how his mother had gone through similar things, how he had seen similar issues in his family, and it prompted him to reach out. But something spoke to him and said, this is a connection you need to make. And something spoke to her and said, this is a connection I need to make. And that connection was forged. And I feel like that's what Sorry Not Sorry does as well. That somehow or other, we have all become connected. And you just don't know where that's going to lead. So I do hope that we can find ways to get you guys to meet each other more. Because the caliber of customer, like women, not all of them are women, most of them are women, that I get to meet through this store. If we formed a team and tried to achieve something, we would knock everybody's socks off. So I do hope that you guys can meet each other one day. So that was my big digression, my Harry and Meghan digression. Okay, this one, kind of creamy colored background. Love this whimsical pattern here. Love the little circles on it. The colors are, I want to say they're more fall tones. Even the background of this, it's pink, but I feel like it's almost a really, really pale peach. So it's on the orangey tones. It's not on the creamy tones. Or if it's cream, it's like a creamy peach, like a butterscotch. Could be a butterscotch. So that's what that looks like. And even this patterning here, I wouldn't say that those are, like, I could get away with it, but I feel like they're not jewel tones. The connections are amazing, especially in Hamilton. Yeah, really. And I think it's because Hamilton is, it's not a metropolis. It is cosmopolitan. There's lots of people. But if you know a few people, you'll know a lot of people because everybody kind of knows everybody else by name, understands what they're doing and what they bring to the table, and shares it and supports each other. It is a remarkable community. It's, once the world finds out about it, it's gonna get ruined. But until then, it's spectacular. Okay, so I've shown you this. Definitely more earthy toned. Even though it has the bright colors, definitely more earth toned. This one is PRG2407. Okay, here's another one with the reds and grays. This one has a bit of a pink background. Whenever I see one in, like when Anshul and I are picking saris, whenever I see one with red and gray, I always instead of saying no, I lean towards yes, and then I have to be talked out of it. So you'll definitely see more of these color tones because they're just so easy to work with. And you can tell that the reason this one's part of the Wabisabi collection is it has a brand tag on it. Look at those fun little lines through there. Really very, very warm and soft. And look at those roses that can you see those? It's hard to show you. There's roses there that are kind of imprinted on the fabric in the background. And then you see them there as well. And then this is kind of like a peachy coral color, which just shows up there. And anywhere else? A little bit in here. Like, so that peachy coral color kind of shows up a little bit in the roses. Not so much on this side and not so much on this side, but that's kind of fun to have like that corally muted coral color in there. Yeah, it's very pretty. I like these roses too because they almost look abstract, but when you look at them really closely, you can tell that they're just deconstructed roses. And this one is PRG2397. Oh, I think I showed you something in this fabric the other day. Still love it. Love it in this, loved it in what I showed it to you before. Can't remember what I showed you before. And I think I remember even saying this last time. It's these colors together. It's the purple, the brown, which is kind of like a buff color, a darker cardboardy color, I guess, and the green, which is kind of 70s, but not over the top 70s. And then on this side, you have those same colors. They kind of ombre into each other. And look at all those sparkles. Now, I don't know if you guys can see them. I don't know. They're not. I don't know if they're sparkling for you. They're sparkling for me. But you have sparkles all across this side, which are actually patches, but they're done with rhinestones. So they have quite a bit of sparkle to them. They're actually really attractive. And then on this side, you have the same thing with no sparkles. So the V-neck side has no sparkles, and the round neck side has these fun little sparkles all over it. This one, and the silk on this one, I think I remember telling you last time, is amazing. So this one is PRC 2437. Oh, here's another one. So silk on this, again, is spectacular. It's the kind of thing you just want to keep touching. It really does feel like butter. Beautiful deep red here. And then on this side, you have kind of like a blush, like a buff. It's somewhere between brown and pink, whatever that color's name is. And then it ombres into a peach. And then here, I want to say that's persimmon. Like it's pinky, but it's red, and it's also a little bit orange. So I guess that's persimmon. And then mixed with that, you have these colors here. I'll make sure you can see those properly. There we go. So yeah, this one is really fun too. Again, so soft. So this would make a really great beach cover-up as well, if that's something you're looking for, because it definitely goes down to here. Now the sides would be open, but that wouldn't be a really bad thing in a beach cover-up. So definitely has the length for it without too much fabric. What else do we have here? Oh, beautiful. This one looks like a Monet painting. Wow. Blacks, indigos, pinks, whites, kind of like a tan through here. Wow. Okay, I have to try this one on because it's really something. This one is PRG 2384. And this last one here that I showed you, I don't know if I told you, was PRC 2429. So this one is PRG 2384. And again, you'll find it if you go to the sale section in the menu. They're in the Wabisabi collection too. They've all been released. But if you want to get to them more quickly, you can go to the sale section in the menu. And I think the first category under sale is Snow Day Wabisabi collection. And that's all of these. Oh yeah, love it. This is really nice. Now, I'm not a big jeans person, but I feel like I would wear this with jeans. I feel like it's got all those denim colors in it. But you could definitely wear it with black as well. It would look great with linen. It would look great with a beige color as well, like a beige linen. What am I doing? Here. All right. So this next one that I'm going to show you, I know that I have shown you. I wonder. Give me a second. I was telling you earlier about how some of them have matching cardigans, and I am 95% sure, unless it just sold, that I have the cardigan for this one. So I'm going to show it to you as a pair. Give me just 2 seconds. Hopefully it's still here. Is that one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Hold on. I'm still here, everybody. I haven't left, but I do have some things to show you. That I probably should have grabbed earlier, but I didn't think about it. I hope you can still hear me, because I've kind of been talking to myself at this point. And I can't find what I was looking for. Maybe this one. Because they might be in the back. But here are, I'm back! So I did find, so these are some full price cardigans. And I know I have some sale cardigans, Wabi-Sabi ones as well. And I couldn't find the one for the one that I was just about to show you, but I'm pretty sure it exists somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Cardigan waterfall set, you love it. Oh, good. Yeah, I love it too. I have one waterfall top and I have the matching cardigan, and I just feel like it just gives me so much more versatility. So I'm going to show you the waterfall. I think I've already shown you this piece. I'm going to just show you them all. I'm just going to hope you have the patience to humor me. So I already showed you this one here. Remember I said it had the roses and that were kind of deconstructed on this side, but you could kind of see the roses in there. So this is the full price cardigan that goes with it. So I'm just gonna, first I'll show you the cardigan. So the nice thing about the cardigan is you can wear it pretty much over anything. It's just the easiest piece in the world. You just throw it on, throw on a fun necklace, and you're good to go. So that's what the cardigan looks like. But if you want to layer it up, see, like you can already see, it's just so easy. Probably one of the easiest things you'll own. Now, if you wanted to get a matching set, it just gives you more ways you can wear it. So this here is that piece that I just showed you, the waterfall top. And I'm gonna wear it, I think I'm actually gonna wear it V to the front if I'm gonna wear it with the cardigan. But definitely you're gonna wanna see which way you wanna wear it to the front. Sometimes when it has a straight line coming down the front, like I was saying, it looks really good when you put the cardigan on and then you have that straight line. Okay, so there's my waterfall top. And then this is the cardigan here. And the easiest way to see if there's a matching piece is you go into the search bar and you type in the PRG code or the PRC code, and everything that's in that fabric will show up, even if it's part of the Wabisabi collection. So there, that's what it looks like. So you get this great layered, billowy look. I feel like this is not working as well as it should because of this top underneath. Let me give that there. There you go. So if I give that a good yank down so you don't see it, I feel like now you can see how nice that is. So just a really easy way to dress. You just put on something on the bottom and you throw these two things on top and you're good to go. So that's one of the cardigans. And then this one here, I showed you as well. So remember I showed you this piece? So this is gonna be kind of fun when I put the cardigan with it because we can decide whether we want the stripe with the stripe and the pattern with the pattern, which looks kind of like that. This is fun. I'm having fun. So you can either do this, or you can flip this one around and you can have the pattern with the stripe here and then the stripe with the pattern here, and it just makes it that much more fun. So you see how it kind of just goes back and forth there? So lots of fun little things you can do with the matching cardigan. It really does, it is an ensemble. You just keep it in your closet, put them together on the same hanger, have fun with that because they're gorgeous. And I know that we have a bunch in the Wabisabi collection. So if you go to the Wabisabi collection, I'm pretty sure, hi Allison, I'm pretty sure that I've created like a filter, not the sort, but the filter, and you should be able to filter by cardigan. So you can see what cardigans we have, and then maybe see if we have some matching sets because they really are fun when you can get a set. All right, put this guy back. And then, so, which gets me to where I lost my train of thought earlier, which was this one here. Now, I love this. Like, I love it so much. I kind of want to race around the store and see if I can find the matching cardigan, because I just think it's beautiful. Like, you've got this green and burgundy stripe. Then this is like, kind of like a coppery colored, what color is that? It's like a rust, I guess, but a dark orangey rust. And then here you have almost like a very pale pink, and then these great fall colors. You have like an ochre and a khaki and a maroon and a black. And then here on this side you have these patterns. And I have this very strong feeling that the cardigan for this one, hi, that the cardigan for this one is part of the Wabisabi collection if it hasn't already sold. So the fastest way to check is to go into the search bar and type in PRG 2362, and everything that we still have, and I think even things that have sold will show up there. But so you'll have to check and see what the inventory, like whether it's in stock or not, because that, if you type it in the search bar, it bypasses that little inventory, the removing it out of inventory thing. But yeah, love this one so much. And if you are able to get this with the matching cardigan, that's a win because it's really nice. So I've already told you this is PRG 2362. I've already shown you that one. Oh, this one. I'm pretty sure that the cardigan for this has sold. But maybe not. And I remember showing it to you guys. So it might still be there. So this one is PRG 2404. So if you type that in, you can check and see if the cardigan's still there. And I feel like it might have been part of the full price collection because this is here because it has the brand tag on it. But the colors, I totally remember showing you this. Because remember I was showing you that, that this is sheer. Let me see if I can show you here. So this part here is sheer, but then this part here is satin and it's so soft. So you kind of get like a different texture in the fabric. So that's like plain brown, just Georgette. And then that's the same color brown with a floral pattern embossed in the, like woven right through the satin. And then the print is on top of that as well. And this pink is so vivid. The magenta is so vivid. But then when you see it in the other parts, it's less vivid. It's really, oh, the purple set is available, both Wabisabi. There you go, guys. This one, should I run and get it? I'm gonna run and get it. Thank you for your patience. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, these are the Wabisabi cardigans. I'll put them here so I can show you two at the same time. So I was right about this one. So this one here, I'm so excited. This one here is Wabisabi, so it's 40% off. And this is that piece that goes with it. Guys, this is so nice. Like seriously, it's so, so nice. I don't know if you guys can fully appreciate it on that tiny little screen. This one's really special. I'll put it here. And then the purple one, there's the purple. So there's the purple one there. And it's gray and fuchsia and purple and black. And it goes with this one. So you could wear this underneath it like this. Love it. Love it so much. There. Oh, look at that. There. So you could wear these ones together. They're both Wabisabi. You could flip this around. Ooh, then you get that stripe down the middle, which is kind of cool too. And wear it this way. Wow, these are so nice. Here we go. PRG2404 is what these are. So maybe I'll just drop those together for now. I'm just making a mess. So this goes here. That one goes with it. Wherever I put it. This one. So this one has a matching set. This one here, the pinky one, has a matching set. So this, but not all of them are Wabisabi, so you have to check. Okay, but now at least I can show you all of them as they come up because I think I've grabbed them all. So that has a matching set. This one. So if this one has a matching set, it is not part of the Wabisabi collection because I've grabbed all of those. But the silk on this is divine. It's black. This is teal here and kind of like a grayed minty green. But it is a grayed minty green, not a sage. There's a little bit of sage in there. It's a really soft crepe silk. And what I think is nice about this is that you're gonna get that line down the center, which is gonna be really elongating. Now I just wanna run through and check and see which ones have cardigans. So I'll have to leave that to you to check. If you're looking for the matching cardigan to this one, look up PRC2421. So there. I love this one. Definitely a winner, and I'll tell you why. I like how it's got black on the sides, which is so slimming, and then you just get this one panel of color down the center. So it really elongates you, but it's still so flowy. There. And then, so again, I may have a cardigan for this, but not in the Wabisabi collection. Oh, did I tell you the number? I think I did. Okay. Ooh, also lovely. Wow. Okay. So, very slimming, right? When you get that black with the center panel. See, I think this one's going to be really slimming too, and it's the same reason. You get that really elongating strip down the center. I don't know if you guys can see how great this fabric is. So I'm going to bring it up really close. So look at those beautiful designs. There, it's so, I want to say ornate, but it's not ornate. It's just very detailed. It's really, really detailed. And then you have this panel here where you have this dark color. Actually, I don't know if anybody else is getting ads all over their Facebook and Instagram for Ruggable. I don't know if you have. But I'm getting them all the time. And they've got a couple of collections. One of them is the Iris Afnell. She's the 100-year-old lady with the really big glasses. So this reminds me of her collection. And this reminds me of the Frida Kahlo collection that they have. So very artsy, bohemian, not traditional. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. So again, I don't know if we have the cardigan for this. It's not part of the Wabisabi collection. If you're looking for it, it did exist at one point. And it's PRG 2377, and you'll be able to find it. I really love this fabric. Oh, if I flip it around, you can see how it looks with that panel there. Well, let's see. Okay, kind of like that too. So you still get that elongating panel. Yeah, I really love it, Allison, too. Like, I love it. I think it's because it's got, I'm always a fan of teal and red together. And it's kind of a teal, but it's a darker teal leaning towards forest green. But I just feel like on this pale background, it just reminds me of, I don't know, like Jane Austen, Charlotte Bronte, like that whole British era with the tiny floral prints. I think it's called chintz, actually. But yeah, very delicate, very beautiful. And considering that it's red and green together, you'd think it would be a little like, it's festive, and it's not. It's really just beautiful. I think the black tones it down. It is sophisticated. It really is sophisticated. I love it. So yeah, again, I don't know if we have a cardigan to go with this one. You'd have to look it up. And I'll tell you the number again, PRG 2377. Okay, this next one, I really like all of these. I really do. This is how come my lives end up being an hour and a half long, because as I look at them, I'm like, I can skip that one. And I look at them, I'm like, I can't skip that one. So I love me a good green. And this is a really good green. So you've got this strip down here on the V-neck side that's kind of different shades of chartreuse. There. It's like a zigzag. It almost looks like rickrack. There. But then the rest of it is green and black, but the green is multi-tone, like almost like it's a bunch of paint swirled together. Like, can you see the underneath the black? There. So, like, it looks like somebody took a couple of shades of green. I don't like it's showing up maybe like a wrinkle, but that's there. It's not a wrinkle. That's the powdered on the silk. So great shade of green, and it is very hard to get a good green. This one's a good green. And I love how it's got the black with it. Makes it so easy to wear. It's a crepe silk. It's very soft. PRC 2451, and you can check and see if there's a matching cardigan. If there is, it is not part of the Wabisabi collection. Ooh, I feel like I've seen this one. Yep. Okay, so this one has a matching cardigan. The cardigan is part of the regular price collection. This top is part of the Wabisabi collection. The colors are kind of like well, definitely red, black, and gray, because I always go for those. And then this color here is a buff, so you could wear it with an antique rose if you wanted. What else? That's kind of like a taupey gray. And that there is, like, that's the pinky tone there. And then I want to say that that's kind of like a beige. It's hard to show you the color. But yeah, so you can wear these two together. This is another one that has a stripe down the center, which is very elongating, and you would wear it paired with this if you wanted. But yeah, it's always nice to have a little match set. So there you go. And like when you're holding it here, it kind of looks big, but you have to remember this is silk. It's very ephemeral. So as you walk around, it is going to waft around you. It's not going to look, you're not going to look balloony. You're going to look draped. So there's that one there. Oh, I didn't tell you the name. This one is PRG 2390, and I think they're both part of the Wabisabi collection, right? Yeah, they're both Wabisabi. So let's see if I've done that right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Next. Oh, this is that green one that I showed you last week. Pretty sure, I know I showed you this color last week. And I was saying that it's kind of like an army green, and then Heather, you looked at it and you said that this is a really good neutral. So I know I've shown you something else in this. I wonder if it was the cardigan. So it's PRC 2418. Here you go. And it is just a very, very neutral green. That's a little bit of like a tan chartreusey color, definitely leaning towards, like it has yellowy undertones, but it reads more as a beige. But this color, this background color, the army green, is really nice. Was it a poncho? There you go. So we had a poncho that matched it. There you go. Yeah, but there must have been a cardigan too, because we always make a cardigan. So if it's not here, maybe if it hasn't come out yet, it's around somewhere. It might be part of our patch and release section, which we're not done yet. So sometimes we find a piece and we have to quality check it, and it'll be just like one little patch that's missing. So we save those till the end, and then that's our patch and release. And it's no different than any of the other pieces. It's just that we caught the patch instead of India catching the patch. I'm waiting for the cardigan. I will set this aside, Heather, and see if I can track down that cardigan for you. Let's see. Oh, I know. I'll put it here. Okay, here's another one. Okay, this one. The embroidery is to die for. So it's a crepe silk, and let's see if you can see that. So that is all embroidered there. You can see the stitches. And then it has some sequins on it. They're not shiny, they're matte sequins. And then little zigzag thread work through here. And then that's just silk thread that's kind of wound through it. It has some of the sequins are surrounded by embroidery. There's another one. So the way this one works is the embroidered section is only on half, and the other side is not embroidered, both front and back. And it is PRC 2420. And do I have the matching piece? So I don't have it here, so it's not part of the Wabisabi collection, but I do think we have it somewhere. So do look it up if you're interested. You're going to want to have a look at PRC 2420 if you want to get the matching piece. But this work on it is exceptional. Like, I'm hoping you guys can see the sparkles when I do that. There. So those are all sequins. There, they look like holes, but they're not. They're sequins and little gold, looks like little gold printed on spots there that are surrounded by embroidery. Really sweet. And it weighs it down nicely too. So I already told you what this one is. Okay, this one, oh, love this next one. I feel like for this one, the cardigan has sold. But that doesn't mean that this is any less nice. This is so nice. This one is PRG 2366. Fabulous, fabulous colors, fabulous design. Love how even in the midst of these geometrics, you have like these little swoopy spots here. And again, this is part of our Wabisabi collection, so it's 40% off. It is only $69 and it's pure silk. And I am gonna try it on because it's so nice. My sister-in-law came to visit me. You guys, some of you know I've just moved recently, and she came. I finally have my own, this is gonna sound very decadent, but I have my own dressing room because my kids have grown up, but they still visit. So I have to have rooms in the house where they can sleep, but they kind of only need a bed. So we have a bed in the basement and then 2 bedrooms that just have beds for them. And then we have our room. So that left a room for me. So I finally have my own dressing room, and she came in and she went straight to the section in my closet that has all the silk, and she says, people need to see this. I just want to bury my face in this section of your closet. And I will. I'll take a picture. Oh, I did take a picture. So today, when I posted that thing earlier saying that I was going to do a live today at 7, that was a picture taken of my closet. So the reason I say this, the reason I digress, and you know there's a reason, is that this is one of those pieces that it would be so much fun to have in your closet, because every time you looked at it, you would just get happy. It's so nice. Just gorgeous. This would make an amazing bathing suit cover up if you were wearing black. Like if you had a black bathing suit. It'd be adorable. Kind of sexy too. Right here. So this one is PRG 2366. Pretty sure that the matching cardigan is gone. It would have gone really quickly. I mean, it might not be, but I think it is. Oh, okay, this next one. Pretty sure I showed you a poncho in it, and maybe even the cardigan. I think that the cardigan was Wabisabi, and I don't still have the cardigan. So yes, the cardigan was Wabisabi. So this is one of those faux silks. The colors are divine. Like just, I can't, like I feel like it's a different kind of a red. It's not just like, here, I can show you what I mean. So this is a deep red here. This is kind of like a blood red, right? Like we all know this color. This color is somehow different from that color. It's got more pink in it, I guess, but it still reads as a red. But maybe it just has more pink in it. But the color on this is spectacular. But this one's a faux silk, so still really soft, acts like a silk, looks like a silk, just happens to not be a silk. And look at that green in there. There. So if you were the person who got the cardigan and you were thinking, maybe I could find a matching piece. So cardigan person, the waterfall top is out. And it is PRC 2433. And it really is extraordinary. This would be a great piece to wear at the holiday season. It's only $69. Okay, this one here for all my fans of pink. My collection of Sorry Not Sorry silks is getting so big I need to see yours. I will show you guys mine. One day I'll be like, here it is. And it's fun. I've been starting to write blog posts about it. And you're going to be reading about this in one of my blog posts. But I find, and I may have even mentioned it to you, I don't know, ever since I thought about it, I've been saying it a lot. But a lot of times you go into your closet, yours is too, Allison. We should maybe have a little private group chat where we share those. But I was thinking, like, a lot of times you go into your closet and you're like, okay, I need a pair of pants, or okay, all right, I need a sweater. I'm gonna need something with long sleeves. I'm gonna need this. And I find that when I get to the silk part of my, like when I'm looking for the thing to put on top, it's not as practical and utilitarian as looking through the rest of my closet. It's more like, oh, this is so pretty. I'm really gonna have to work this in. Yes, Margot, me, you, Allison, probably Heather. We're all gonna have to hang out and show each other our stuff. But yeah, like it's more tactile. It's like it takes you out of that moment of I need to get dressed to, oh, I'm appreciating this right now. And I find that like that ability to take a step away from the task that you're supposed to complete, I find that having the silks in my closet really does help with that. Another thing, there's a woman, hopefully I'm trying to get her to come and do a talk with us. I met her at Grail Springs. Her name is Damiani, and she really focuses on self-care. And this was her idea. She said that she lives in a very small, not apartment, like a condo, and she has calming meditation music playing in her entire condo all the time. So that as soon as she walks in, whatever crazy she's left, she walks in and it is instantly a calm space. So I'm trying to get something like that set up for my dressing room. Like, I don't know how to do it. I've got an Alexa in there right now, and I'm like, how do I get Alexa to know when I've walked in the room so that she instantly turns on the calming music, and then I exhale. But there's something to be said for adding those little moments in your life where you just stop and breathe. And I find having the silk in your closet helps you have one of those stop and breathe moments. Okay, getting back, pink. So this is different shades of pink, a little bit of peach down here. We've got some purples. So peachy, pinky purples. It's a crepe silk. It's a little bit stiffer than, I love all my silks. Otherwise, I just wear black. Yeah, me too. That's pretty much it. I just wear my underpinnings. And my collection of underpinnings, before I started Sorry Not Sorry, I used to have things that matched other things. And so I had kind of like outfits that I would get to and that they would be in circulation. And now I find I just need, like I have 2 or 3 sets of underpinnings that I always just go for, which instead of being like this much of my closet, trying to have little outfits is now this much of my closet. And then I have a lot of silk that I just layer over top and get a different look every time. And I'm feeling really talkative today. I hope you guys don't mind. I've probably mentioned this to you before, but black is really bad for the environment. That doesn't mean you shouldn't wear black. I just feel like if you're gonna wear black, get some really high quality black basics and then keep wearing them over and over and over and over again so that any pollution that's caused by these black dyes, at least you have 2 pieces and not 15 pieces, or you're buying high quality pieces so that you're not throwing them out because the seams are broken or have ripped or that they've worn through. So yes, it's great to have black underpinnings, but make sure you buy high quality ones. I think that's where I was headed with that. Okay, pink, little bit stiffer. I don't know if that would wash out, but it feels like a starchier fabric. But there's this one, and I do not see a matching Wabisabi piece with it, and it is PRC 2432. I know I've shown you this fabric before. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lynn. Lynn is one of my former neighbors. So this one here is gorgeous. This color here is a marigold. So it's an orange with yellow undertones, and the rest of it is just tone on tone fuchsias, and then you've got a little bit of black there. This one, to me, I think the pink with the orange screams out vacation, but not necessarily. I think if you put a lot of black with that, maybe like a black cardigan over top of it, tucked it in, be really cute. Definitely brighten up your day. This one is PRG 2349. Okay, so fun fact, I do have the cardigan for this. So the cardigan is also part of the Wabisabi collection. And you can see it's got all of these great colors in it. And I will tell you in a second why I laughed when I looked at it. So it's a very traditional Indian print, actually. But this is why I laughed. So from time to time, I show you guys a piece of silk and I'm like, there's this really famous Indian designer that if you know Indian designers, this is like the Gucci of Indian designers. And the fabrics that are designed by this designer are so sought after. And every once in a while, we get one of these pieces in our store. And the way that we know that it's from this designer is because of his logo. So there it is. This is a Satya Paul design, which is on the round neck side, and that's why it's part of the Wabisabi collection. But yeah, so major designer fabric here. We have another one too that I'm shocked hasn't sold yet. I'll put this here with this. I'm actually going to take you for a walk and show you that one because it's so cool, and it's in our Wabisabi collection. And I'm like, how has nobody bought this? So this piece here is a poncho, and it's a Satya Paul fabric. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm like, and it looks really great with periwinkle if you happen to still have Metamade. Oh, that reminds me, our Metamade is all on sale. We've put it all on for 40% off. So this here is the Satya Paul piece, and it is PRC 2537. But yeah, very, very sought after. Oh, there's this little thing, Satya Paul, right there. It's kind of funny because he always does his branding so big, but if it weren't for that, you wouldn't necessarily know that it was one of his designs. Except that they kind of tend to be cool anyways, like really cool patterns. But then to also know that it's a Satya Paul, it's like, who'd have thought? Oh, Cynthia's joined us. Cynthia, I guess you're coming home in a couple of months. We miss you. Okay, here's another one with a great stripe down the center. Love these shades together. It's a very soft sagey green with blue undertones, a warm pink, and I want to say that that's green. Those little moon shapes there are green. So it's not really a teal. I mean, it could be a teal. It's a little darker green than a teal normally is. So it's kind of like a green and pink. And this one does not have a Wabisabi cardigan to go with it, but there might be one in the full price collection. I think this would be really sweet with a matching cardigan. So this one here is PRG 2412. This one does have a matching cardigan, and the cardigan is part of the Wabisabi collection, so I'll try it on. So this one here is PRG 2405. So if you pop that number into the search bar, both of the products should show up. So it's a waterfall top, and you can wear it. It looks like no matter which way you wear it, you're going to get a lot of pink. So the pink is the center panel, pink and black. And on the back, the pink and black is the center panel, but you get these fun diagonal lines. So I'm going to wear it that way. And then I'll show it to you with the cardigan, which is also Wabisabi. So this is, oh, so I guess if this is 69, the cardigan is also 69. And I think for this, I would tuck this up into there. And then this is the matching cardigan here. The color is, I think it's coming out quite true for you guys. So the trick with these cardigans, and I've shown you this before, so I'm gonna have to turn around to show you. There is a notch, like a V right here. If you put that V right up to your neck, I feel like it brings a lot of fabric here onto your shoulders. So I often suggest, and you get a better line down at the back, is if you take this and you pull it so that the bottom of that V is closer to between your shoulder blades. So right about there. You get a much better line overall with the piece. So that's how it looks when it's tucked in with a jacket. It's cute, right? Like, just so easy to wear. And then that's what it looks like untucked with a jacket. Yeah, you could even, I wonder if you things. Bye, Lynn. Nice to see you. So yeah, I just took the two edges and tied them together here on the side, and then you can wear it with the jacket over top. That's kind of cute. So these are both part of the Wabisabi collection, and this one is PRG 2405. So this goes here. There's only just a few left, and then pretty much the majority of the rest of them are dusters, which again we haven't added to the Wabisabi collection in a really long time. Oh, this one. How much fun is that? Pretty sure that this one did have a cardigan, and I think it's gone. But yeah, great colors. Again, you see the red, you see the black, the white, and the gray. Just so easy to work with. PRG 2370. This one here. So this one is, oh, look at that line through the center there. You can see the colors in it. There. That's what it looks like. This one's really pretty. Beautiful, soft, greeny teal color. And again, I don't know if we have the cardigan anymore. It is PRG 2411. This is pretty too. Silk on this one is to die for. So unbelievably buttery soft. It's black, a little bit of black in there, like it's got little black etchings, if you can see those. And then different shades of blue. And then here on the sleeve, you have a little bit of more of a teal, a little bit of a purple, You can see there's a little bit more purple and greens through here, but primarily, and there's a little bit of those purpley colors here too, primarily it's blue through the center with this elongating line here. Amazing silk. PRC 2438. This one, I know for a fact, has a matching cardigan. So, but it's from the regular price collection. So this one here is PRG2409, and you can see the beautiful floral patterns. It almost looks like it's cross-stitched. So this must be a digital print in order to get that effect. And then you have the matching cardigan here. Oh, I love it, the cardigan. There. So that's what that looks like together. That's really pretty. This would be a great summer piece, like just to throw that on with a pair of linen pants. You would feel like a breeze. It's beautiful. Okay, this one is PR. I have to look on that little one instead. PRG 2409 is what this one is. And there's just a couple left, and then I'll show you the resters. Okay, oh no, I think we're done. Okay, good. So that takes us to, oh yeah, now we're laughing. Okay, so this one, look at that. How cool is that? This one is, I believe, yes, no, yes. This one is a faux silk. So again, it's not polyester. It's made of that fabric called Malai silk, which is a reconstituted cellulose. So it's kind of like a rayon, but it totally feels like a silk. It behaves like a silk. We just happen to know the temperature of the fabric, like the feel is off, but otherwise anybody would think it was a silk. So there. Beautiful pattern on that, beautiful colors. So this is part of our Wabisabi collection because it is a faux silk. And then we have a couple of, okay, so I have a couple of side tie tops, the long tunic with side ties that are part of the Wabisabi collection, colors that are really easy to work with. This one here is nice, but the second one's even nicer, so just hang on a sec. So the one in front is PRG2121. But this one, I really wanted to show you the embroidery. So that is all embroidery, and that is velvet applique work that's been embroidered on. There, you can see it there. So it's velvet applique that's been embroidered into place, and then it's surrounded by more embroidery. And it's just on the one arm, front and back. So it's there, there, and then there and there. It's beautiful. It's like a big snowflake. There. So this one here is PRG 2069. And then there was one lonely little vest that got left behind, but I really loved it, so I wanted to show it to you. What I loved about it was the checkerboard pattern mixed in with the floral pattern. And the colors are gorgeous. So it's navy blue, which is funny because that is definitely black. Is it all black? It is all black. It looks like navy blue because of the green beside it, but it's definitely black. So this piece here, oh my gosh, I love this. I feel like this is from the 80s. That is so freaking cool. What's not to love, guys? This is beautiful. It's the juxtaposition, right? With the checkerboard, with the florals, and then the black and white with all of these different shades of green and chartreuse and, what color is that? It's like a purple. Don't know if you can see it right there. So yeah, this one just got added. It got missed in the last batch. It's spectacular. It's it's called Samuel. You actually have to look it up by name. Samuel, Samuel. Really something, this one. Okay, then that's, the rest are all long kimonos. So I don't know how many long kimono fans we have. How long have I been talking now? It doesn't say. Oh, I know, but I started at 8, or at 7. So it's been an hour and 20 minutes. That means we're at that time where I stop talking, I turn the camera around, and I just run you through the rack so that I am not using up all of your evening. Got to find that little switcheroo button. I can't tell you how much I enjoy these lives. Oh, that's so sweet. I really enjoy them too. I really, really do. And a lot of it is that I get to hang out with you guys. Look at that fabric. So, you know what I will do? So I'll show you one tried on so that when you see the rest of the fabrics, you'll be like, oh, I know what that looks like when it's on. So what I'm showing you now, all I'm going to show you is kimono sleeve dusters. And they fit from a size 2 to a size 18. They could fit larger than that because they're very generous. But what I've been told is if you are above a size 18, sometimes your bust might get in the way of you being able to make this kind of close even a little bit at the front. But I would say to a size 18 comfortably. And you can see that they're kind of squared off at the arm. It's a kimono sleeve arm. If you want to round that out, which sometimes people do, I always say turn it inside out and grab the underarm part, tie a tiny little knot in here. And what that does is it rounds out the sleeve. And sometimes you will want a squared off sleeve depending on what you're wearing, but sometimes if you're wearing something that's got more of a parachute look to it, you might want something that's a little more rounded. There. So that's with a knot in it, that's without a knot in it. And same with the length, like depending on what I'm pairing it with, I often wear it just like that, but then there are times if I'm wearing it with something underneath that's a little bit more fluid, something with a ruffle, I take these two ends and tie them together, and it creates a little bit of a more balloony shape through there, which allows me to pair it with things that are less squared off. Like again, things with ruffles, things that are asymmetrical, things with rounded hems, anything like that. I find sometimes the square is a little bit too harsh next to the softer lines of what you're wearing underneath, but that's how I change it up when I want to wear it with things like that. So tie it under the arm here and tie it here. And another thing you can do to change the look of this piece, I'm just going to show you with all of it with this piece, and then I'll show you fabrics for the rest. So I don't normally wear a belt as a belt because I'm short-waisted, and if I did, the belt ends up here. But I can get away with wearing a belt if I do this. So I put the belt behind my back. So the fabric is not caught in the belt is just around me. And then I pop this through one armhole, pop this one through the other arm. Oh, gonna have to untie that first. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So yeah, you pop one through one armhole, pop the other one through the other armhole. There, okay, like that. So where was I? Put it behind my back. I put that one through that armhole. This one is now going through this armhole. All right, so now I have the belt on the inside, so it's not breaking the line at the back, and then it goes through the sleeves, and then I can tie it here like this. And if you're somebody who wants to wear something with a bit of definition around the waist, this one's such a bold print, it's really hard to see it, but what I did was I tied it here at the front, but because I put the belt on the inside of the fabric, I still get a really long, elongating line at the back, but at the front I get a little bit of definition. So that's one of the ways to wear it. Another way to wear it, obviously, is to wear it as a belt, where you just belt it. But because the fabric is so thin, I've also had customers who, you take these front two kind of panels, you lift the whole thing up. I'm going to be making some videos about these in probably January sometime. But yeah, you just tie that together there. You still get the bum coverage at the back, but it almost looks like a tie top from the front. So it gives you that one more way to wear it. So this is the kimono sleeve duster. It was actually the first style that we came out with, and it's always been popular just because you can wear it so easily for travel. It dresses up, it dresses down. It's just a really easy piece to put into your wardrobe. So now I'm going to take this camera and flip it around, and I'll show you some of the fabrics that we have in. So these were just added to the Wabisabi collection. Look at that pink. It is so gorgeous. The whole thing is pink like that. Everything, pink and white, all the way through. Okay, this one, when I was putting it online, I wondered how I was going to be able to show you how freaking gorgeous that is. So the background color is an ochre, a deep, deep ochre, and I think the color is coming out quite true. And then it has all of this embroidery as well as these sequins, and the colors, again, are very true. You've got the reds, the oranges, kind of like a marigold orange, and then you have this border on the sleeves. It's so gorgeous. And I think there's even embroidery on top of that work there. So if you were looking for something to wear for the holidays, and this is the color you can pull off, look at that. Whoops, I dropped it there. And I think you can see the color quite true there. So yeah, absolutely exquisite work on this. And I love how the color is so muted that even though it's sparkly, it's understated. So this one here is PRC, G2083. This is another one where I wasn't sure online if you could see what I see, which is these tiny little, it's only on one side, and it's sequins and a little bit of silk thread that just add a bit of an accent along this one half of the piece on this side, and then the other side of it doesn't have that. Silk is extraordinarily soft. Here's another piece with black. We don't get them very often. So you can see at the sleeve, the belt, and down here at the bottom of the piece, it's got more color. It's got blues, greens, burgundies, grays through here. Let me see if I can flip this around and show you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I can show you this way. So it's mostly black, but it does have those panels of color there. And this one here is PRC2156. And before I forget, I do like to show you guys when we get a black one in, because the black ones go so quickly and they're so rare. So this is part of our Wabisabi collection as well. I know last week I put on a black cardigan to start, and I said, this one's gonna go fast. So here's another one. I'm pretty sure, I feel like this is made out of the same, oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, so this one is all black. Hi Sheena, happy birthday! This one is PRC2160. It is all black. It's a crepe silk. A great wardrobe staple, but it is a little on the dressy side because it has this absolutely phenomenal gold border just here at the front, here, and here. And other than that, there is nothing else going on. It's just black with a little bit of gold right there. So I wonder why it's Wabisabi. It has some patches on it somewhere. Oh, there, right there. Thank you. Just waiting for Cameron. Oh, that's so nice. You guys are going to go out for dinner? So glad you're able to get out and about now, too. Okay, yeah. So this one. Adorable in black. And I will show you, because I know blacks go fast, 2 more blacks. Just 2? Just 2. Okay, so here's another black one. Mostly black. Little hits of color in there. I feel like I've shown you something in this fabric before. It does have a border down here at the bottom. The border is on the front panels there, as well as on the back panel there. It's all these, yeah, there you can see the colors. Blue, green, kind of like a plum, actually. Not really a red, but it's sheer. And so this one's part of the Wabisabi collection. It's PRG2127. And the last black one, okay, this one is unbelievable. Love, love, love this. So the background is black. Take a step over here. The background is black, and then you have these beautiful teal, ultramarine blue, very cool toned purple down here at the bottom. There, you can see the colors there on a black background. Exquisite. It's got character, but it's classy. It's understated, but it's elegant. the back of it. Like, it's just something that you could wear and you'd always look good, but it's not so over the top that everyone's going to remember, oh, you're wearing that piece. They'll just be like, wow, she looks really good. This one, again, is part of the Wabisabi collection, and it is PRG 2129, and it has some patches. It says it has a neckline issue. I'm sure there's a video of it. I don't even think that is a neckline issue. So right there, you see how there's some little, like it's pinchy? I think that just needs ironing. So somebody's going to get lucky with this, because if that were ironed out, there wouldn't be an issue. It's not a sewing issue. It's an ironing issue. Okay, now I'm going to flip this around and show you guys. So this is what's left that I haven't shown you. This one is also black. It's a crepe silk. Beautiful colors. Some really rich burgundy tones down here. The print is, that's a chrysanthemum. So it's kind of like a chinoiserie print. It's PRC 2163, incredible silk. Okay, this is another one with unbelievable embroidery. Look at that. And then there's more embroidery here at the sleeve. It has more panels of embroidery down here at the bottom. The silk is unbelievably soft. Look at the sequins around that. There. Colors are, look at that. Colors are so rich. Just extraordinary. Look at those little circles there. What a phenomenal silk. So the embroidery is primarily, no, it is equally on both sides of the sari, which you don't see very often. There's some more embroidery there. Beautiful piece. This one is PRC 2140. This one has little sparkles on it too, very delicate. They are sequins and they're sewn in, but the thread is, it's a tiny little chain stitch. Don't know if you guys can even see that. So it's a tiny chain stitch. Those are all embroidered in. So basically all the orange is embroidered in on this one. You can see it all through here. And this is part of our Wabisabi collection, so it's 40% off. Color, oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show it to you this way. The fabric is almost gauzy, and I'm having a really hard time showing it to you because it's so, there it is, so gauzy. And then it's got this beautiful stitching on it. Really spectacular. So this one is part of the Wabisabi collection. It's $87. It is PRG 2073. Can never go wrong with a red and black and white, and that's what this is. Beautiful swirly patterns, soft silk. It's almost got a bit of a, like a texture, like it's wrinkled, but it's not. What are those called? Somebody knows what I'm talking about. You can kind of see it like ridges. Almost like you want to separate them and pull them apart, but they don't really pull apart. So that one is PRC 2158. This one is blacks and whites. I know we always get requests for black and white, and it has this lovely silver border. The silver border is just on the sleeves, and then otherwise it's just like this throughout. Let's see if I can show it to you. So it looks like that. It's kind of on the hanger funny, but it looks like that. There. It's a sheer fabric, would be great as a cover-up. PRG 2116. This one is also gorgeous. So you know why I think it's so nice is I feel like there's some sort of an outline where these two colors match up between the red and the orange. There's almost just like a little bit of white so that the colors don't blend too much. Look at the pattern down there at the bottom. Just incredible. There, I think you can see the colors there. This one is also part of the Wabisabi collection, PRC 2144. Okay, this, oh my God, the silk. So this is another one of those ones. These are all neutrals. So it's like a taupe, a gray, a tan, and then the only place where you have color is here, whoops, not the blue, here on the sleeve, where the fabric goes from being sheer, which is there, to here on the edges where it's a satin. So you have a rich red satin, and that shows up on the belt, shows up on both arms, and also shows up on the bottom hem of the piece. I'll show this one to you as well. Oh, and actually, I'll have to show you something else too. So you can kind of see it there, really neutral, and then just has the red. And what I noticed when I picked it up is that the way the fabric is woven, can I show you this? I'm gonna have to try to show it to you this way. I think there, you can see it there. So the way that it's woven, it's almost like there's stripes woven into the fabric just by making the fabric a little bit thicker in those areas. So even though it feels like a chiffon silk, it's like a little bit thicker to create those lines, which are otherwise imperceptible. You can only actually see it when the light goes through it. So it's just one of those little special added details that you kind of have to know about. Beautiful silk though, crazy. This one is PRG2071. Here's another one, softest satin silk ever. So half the sari is this satiny silk, and you can see the shine on that. It feels like butter, like it feels like a mulberry silk. And then the other half, and the line goes right through the center there, is Georgette. So you have these colors that are pulled out in these lines on that side. Just to show you what I mean, it looks like that. This one is must be a PRG, even though it's half. PRG 2079. This one is blacks, chartreuses, and whites. And see, I'm not even going to pick this one up and show you because I'm trying to be disciplined. PRG 2119. Oh my God, look at that. So look at these. I'm being so bad. I'm trying to